Bonjour à tous and welcome back to Frenchified with that French dude. Unlocking fluency with Coach Sam. Today, we're going to learn about the three main group of French verbs. That's the ER verbs, the first group, the IR verbs, the second group, and the RE verb, the third group. French has both a regular and irregular verb, but today we'll focus only on the regular verb, starting with ER verb. To speak French confidently, one of the first things you should learn after your subject pronoun is verb. A verb is an action word like to speak, to eat, or to love. In French, many verbs are in ER, IR, or RE. For example, we have parler, which means to speak, finir, to finish, and vendre, to sell. The good news is that this verb follows pattern. So once you learn one, you can easily use many others. Now, before we start conjugating, you need to know what an infinitive is. An infinitive is the basic form of a verb before it is conjugated. In English, infinitive usually begin with to. For instance, you can see it like to speak, to eat, and to love. In French, infinitive usually end in ER, IR, or RE, such as parler, finir, and vendre. So, how do we conjugate an ER verb? Step 1, start with the infinitive form of the verb. For instance, we have parler. Now, step 2, remove the ER ending. What is left is called the stem. You can see parler. Once we remove the ER, we have parle. Now, step 3, add the correct endings based on the subject pronoun. For ER verb, the endings are je, we are going to be adding E. For tu, we are adding ES. For il, elle, we are adding E. For nous, we are adding ONS. For vous, we are adding EZ. And for il, elle, plural, we are going to be adding ENT. No matter how long the verb is, once you remove the ER, simply add the correct endings for the subject pronoun. And you are ready to conjugate it. For example, take the verb parler, that's the verb to speak. Remove the ER and add the endings according to the subject pronoun. So we have je parle, tu parles, il parle, elle parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle, elle parle. Also, in the present tense, the first, second, and third person singular form are pronounced the same. Even though they are spelt differently, just say je parle, tu parles, il, elle parle. All sound alike. Now, let's take another example with regarder. The first thing now, we're going to remove the ER and then we're going to add our endings. Now, it gives us je regarde, tu regardes, il regarde, elle regarde, nous regardons, vous regardez, il regarde, elle regarde. Notice that the stem stays the same and only the endings change. As you continue learning French, you will notice that every verb belongs to one of these three groups. Once you identify the group, you will know which conjugation pattern to use, making French much easier to learn. If you have any question, leave them in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification. In the next lesson, we will learn how to conjugate IR and RE verb. À bientôt!